Welcome to the Urban Music Enthusiast Podcast, the space where urban culture, music, film, and storytelling collide. I'm your host, B. Sims, and every episode I shine a spotlight on the voices shaping our communities. Artists, actors, writers, and influencers who are making a real impact both locally and nationwide. If you love urban music, film, and TV as much as I do, you're in the right place. Be sure to subscribe, share, and join the ongoing conversation about the culture. Let's get into it. Happy Monday, Rayonte. How are you doing today?
I am as good as everybody in this room looks.
That's quite the compliment. First, I want to say thank you for taking the time.
Thanks.
Time is very precious, and I'm glad that we're able to have this conversation because, secondly, I love the album, so congratulations.
That's why I'm here, because you actually listened to it and you asked me.
I did.
And I'm just going to say yes.
And I do love the album. Even played it for my wife, and she enjoys it as well. So let's get right into it, okay? So I wrote a rap. Where did the kind of idea for that title? I know it's one of your catchphrases, but what made you want to name the album that?
Literally just because it's a catchphrase. It's something that everybody kind of knows me by now.
Mm-hmm.
So like when my friends that know I make music, or they find out I make music later, because I don't just be braggadocious about making music. They hear it and they just go, "Oh, I wrote a rap. What's up, Ray? I wrote a rap."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool, that works. So it's real easy to remember. It's a catchphrase.
It is.
People will gravitate towards it.
I like that. I feel like you have a couple catchphrases too, but I feel like your "I wrote a rap" is the equivalent of like Larry June's "Good job, Larry," but like unintentional in that it's just naturally forming like.
So naturally, like I say, like I did a thing. If I'm telling somebody like, "Oh yeah, this is what happened. I did a thing." Yeah. And then one day I was freestyling for a homie, or I was writing a song with a homie or whatever, and then I had just kind of started saying that, like. In just the beginning of the video. Yeah. I was just like, "Oh yeah, I wrote a rap, boom, boom, boom." And then it kind of stuck.
And it stuck.
And I was like, "Oh, this works." I didn't have to work hard for a catchphrase, so.
Is that where "I wrote a letter" came from?
I wrote you a letter, definitely came from that. It's a play on words. I actually threw a show in 2023, question mark. But it was called "I Threw a Show." Like we threw a show. Like me and my homies, we kind of, you know what I'm saying? So everything is just gonna be a play off that.
Okay, I like it.
There won't be too many more like I did anythings, but
But this is the first, so this is important.
I wrote a rap. We might get like, I wrote another rap.
And I wouldn't mind it.
And then,
And then that's the end of it. We're not gonna Summer Walker and do three. Okay, I got you. What season were you in that kind of sparked or planted the seed for this project?
This honestly started when I don't have any like wasteful music. So every single that I've put out is on the project. So from fall being 4 years old to the day that the album dropped, honestly,
all of it went.
Honestly, when I dropped fall, I was great with never making music again because of what song was because of what the song is about. And I had at the time I recovered from my ACL surgery, so I got all my releases back. So I was like, okay, cool, but everybody liked it, and I said, let's see how far
we can take it.
You feel me? And then doing that, I think I dropped Sliding next. Then I got the song with Westside Boogie, and then at that point, I was just like, okay, let's see who else I can go talk to. That's my favorite rapper, and do what we gotta do.
I like that. For someone who has not heard the album "I Wrote a Rap," how would you describe the sound or energy of this album to them?
I make feel good music, and I make music about women in good light. It's real fly.
I got a lot to say about that. Where did that interest come from? Are you like really close to your mom, sisters?
My parents are married. I don't have no sisters, and I got a bunch of women friends.
Okay. Your parents been married your whole life? So
31 years now.
Okay. Your whole life. That's where your investment in like love, partnership, all this happens.
Yeah, and I'm a simp. I like rom-coms. Like black rom-coms, white rom-coms. If it's a rom-com and it's kind of
You
funny.
Into it?
Yeah, I'm with that. I like romance. Romance is tight.
We're going to get into that. What track on this album took the longest to make, and what's your favorite track? Because I already told you what my favorite track. They're still my favorite tracks this week, though, too. But, yeah.
The track that
took the longest
to make might have been Tennessee Thoughts.
That's my favorite track. Why did that track take longer than the others?
Because literally I was in Nashville working. I was driving a truck all night, and I was just kind of listening to instrumentals, and then that instrumental kind of just took, at that point, maybe 2 months of just me working. back and forth.
Yeah.
I might have had a line, I might have had a verse, and then I would just leave it if I couldn't get nothing to it for the rest of the night. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Is Tennessee Thoughts your favorite track on the album? What's your favorite track on the album?
Personally, Fall, just because of what it's about.
Yes.
But if it's not, if I can't say Fall, I think it changes. Right now is What You Want.
I like that.
Half Crazy and When I'm Gone.
Okay. I also really like Be Mine. I like the visual. I like the nod to Love Jones. That goes into you're a hopeless, hopeful, romantic.
Yeah, romance is about the possibilities.
It's about the possibility of the thing. That is very true. Is that your favorite movie?
Love it. Yes.
That's my favorite movie. Top one.
Hey, College, Love Jones.
Yeah. Playing in the dorm on repeat. We used to do that all the time.
Man.
DC Nights turn to Nashville Flights. What does that mean? Like, what's your connection? Is it through your job or?
A job?
Yeah.
Last year I spent, give or take, 4 or 5 months in Nashville, like a month at a time. So I would go Nashville for a month, come back home for 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, go back out there. And then thought I was going to be working more on the album and everything like that. And then from doing that, sitting in that truck, I just kind of, that was my escape. I kind of just got a chance. Like when I'm home, I move at 100 miles an hour. Everything's happening.
That makes sense.
So when I'm gone, I got a second to kind of sit and think.
Okay.
And be with myself. And I like being with myself. So I'm not going to run away from my thoughts. I'm not going to run away from my feelings. And that's kind of, I thought that, what I'm saying, I was going to be turned up last year. I was going to drop the album last year and everything was going to be jumping.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to be driving a truck all summer.
Yeah.
I turned 30. I was, I thought the things were going to be the things.
I thought you was just going to be celebrating and living this vivacious life. Okay.
It didn't happen. So,
but it looks like something very positive came out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about I'm always go with the flow of life. I got Be Water tatted on my arm because you feel me? I'm never going to swim against the tide.
You're an only child, you said?
No.
No,
I got a younger brother.
How'd you learn to be comfortable being with yourself?
Sports.
Even though sports are collective.
Yeah.
How'd you learn in sports to get comfortable being with yourself as a member of a team?
You play a leadership position. So I played quarterback probably until I got to college. I even tried to walk on in college as a quarterback, but then I made a business decision. Basketball captain in high school, baseball captain in high school.
Okay.
So always in all of the spots. And I'm cool with the L being on my shoulders. That's kind of why I move how I move. I'm not I'm okay with hearing no. I'm okay with taking the L because the risk is always greater than the reward.
That's very true.
So,
and you don't learn anything if you don't try.
Feel me? Giving us way harder than trying.
Very
Shout out to Kanye.
You have another mantra in Tennessee Thoughts. Be at where your feet at.
Be at where your feet at.
What does that mean to you, and how did you get comfortable? And I guess this is kind of the piggyback off of what we just talked about. How did you get comfortable with that? Because you're still very young, and being present is something sometimes it takes people a while to get comfortable with.
I'm a Taurus.
Okay.
So, all the Zodiac people can kind of do what they got to do with that. But the Taurus in me likes to be grounded a lot. And like I said, I'm not scared of running away from my feelings. I like to sit with myself. The man in the mirror is pretty much the only person that can kind of control what I have going on. And other than that, be present at all times because you never know when moments pass or go or when the moment's going to be the moment.
I mean, you also seem very emotionally intelligent.
I do my best.
Yeah.
I've had to, sports.
Yeah.
You kind of got to be emotionally, you got to regulate everything. And I can't be too, emotional at certain times because it got me a lot of technical fouls in high school.
That's very true.
I done got kicked out of a game in almost every sport except for probably football.
Okay.
Because in football, when you're a quarterback, everything kind of relies on you. You touch the ball every play.
It does.
And then you just go, whoa, I can't do that here. I'd be tripping.
Very true. That's very true.
In college, it's a little different. I play defense. I could just go take the anger out and go hit somebody.
You mentioned that you want to bring back Yearning and rap.
Absolutely.
Why is that an endeavor that you want to take on, and why is that important to you? Because that's very unique to this genre. Not a lot of rappers would say that. What is that? Why is that special to you or important? Because
love is a real thing. Love translates generations. Love makes people feel good. Things about love. We don't see it no more. We don't see it on TV no more. You don't see it between people, no matter at this point, you feel me, everything's on TV, but you don't see people just actually loving each other anymore. Everything's pretty negative. Everything's about rage baiting. Everything's about clickbait.
That's very true.
So the positive things aren't the things that are being vocalized or, you feel me, on the mainstream anymore.
That's very true.
Everything's pretty toxic. That's why the music that we had in the 90s that we love so much, or in the early 2000s that we love so much, are like,
it's very passion driven.
Yeah.
It's very community oriented.
And then you look at our parents and how our parents kind of grew up, or even just like the movies that surrounded it, the soundtracks to the movies that came out. Hitch, Love Jones, Breaking All the Rules.
Very true.
All these things were fun party love songs.
Very true.
And now everything's pretty toxic. And we don't got good love movies anymore.
I like that you are taking a firm left on that. That's very rare. Like, I don't know the last time I heard a rapper even speak to that, especially if they weren't doing it for like clickbait. I think some people make sappy music just to sell to women because women buy tickets and things like that. But it seems a little more authentic to you.
If they are doing that too, that is great, because some people that are toxic that make love music, those are great songs. The difference is, the problem is, they're not making good music.
That's true.
For that.
That's very true.
So we're riding around at night and we're listening to the toxic love songs rather than listen to the yearning and loving love songs. If I was an R&B singer, oh my God, if I could sing like Luke James,
it would be over.
Cooked.
I mean, Luke James should be singing more with the voice that Luke James has. But I feel that. When you're creating a song, what's more important, the beats or the bars?
The feeling.
Okay.
However it feels is what people revert back to. That's what I try to get into the most.
Okay.
The beat is also going to make the feeling, and then the feeling is going to bring the music. So it all kind of ties hand in hand. So however I feel is what it's all going to feel like.
Okay. You're from PG County. PG County has so much talent, like athletes, creatives, artists. How do you feel like growing up in this county has kind of inspired or contributed to your artistic development? If at all.
Everybody does everything.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it all kind of ties into the artists. We all know each other. It's a gigantic community. And then I went to school uptown in DC too. So having it all kind of be a thing was music. I was with all the dudes that dance. I was a dancer before I started rapping.
I heard that, which is super cool.
I thought I was going to be a background dancer when I was younger. Then, ball took over. I used to hang around the kids that made rock music.
You had a portfolio?
Yeah, diverse. I wear many hats.
Do you feel like rap is missing anything today that you're trying to provide with your music?
No.
No?
I feel like it's a lane for everybody.
Okay.
It just depends on what you listen to.
Okay.
Whatever your palette is on, it's a lane for everything. Just like
that's true.
So there's a guy on my album named Ruben Vincent.
Yes.
And Ruben just dropped his album. But his album is very nostalgic.
It is.
The sounds that a lot of us kind of dove into when we were younger.
That's very true.
And watching one of his interviews, it made me go, wow, I'm glad that we connected. Because like hearing the things that he had, went through growing up, like being with your homies in college, right?
Yeah.
And you might be the DJ. Yeah. But you going to the function and they want to hear the things that you about to hear at the party.
That's very true.
We try and hear everything else that's way different, alternative rap and going into that, and your homies be like, nah, bro, you can't DJ.
That's very true.
I was like, dang, I live that.
And it's a whole different vibe. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, like we appreciate all the turn up music.
And we do.
And like there's a lane for everything.
There is.
So like when I was in high school, I used to have the DJ for the basketball team. And at the time, that's back when Love Sosa and Chief Keef was heavy. So we balling so damn hard, which I think that I'm Kobe. Yeah. We listening to all of that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, pregame, I'm listening to Channel Orange.
You have the range. You have the range for it, though.
Like Channel Orange every game day.
I mean, that was something that we had in a choke. It was a chokehold of that. It was a chokehold of that.
I will listen to like 2 more hype songs, and then my iPod has to go to the basketball court.
It was a chokehold. I totally understand that. I do appreciate your range and your interest in all types of music too. That's why I asked. Like, it feels like you're in a lane too that is very unique and it doesn't sound like other people, which I like, because you leave an impression. Like, I feel like I wrote a rap, left an impression. It sounds also different.
I also account that to go-go too. Go-go being a thing, go-go being a part of the culture.
Okay.
Go-go makes me like live instrumentation. My dad was a go-go head. He the reason I'm a go-go head for real.
That's your area root. Your area roots coming out. I like that.
And then like my pops used to listen to rock and stuff like that. So my pops used to always have me having like listening to everything. My mom would be playing like Christina Aguilera. And
that's why you're a music lover. I love that.
Because it's range for everything.
It is.
There's so much Christina Aguilera that people don't know of.
First of all, I love Christina Aguilera. I used to listen to her and Britney Spears on repeat. I went to white schools growing up, so I had an eclectic taste.
My mom plays the hell out of those albums. And I'm so tired of Christina Aguilera and Mary J. Blige. But I know the songs. I love the songs.
It gave you some
Gwen
perspective.
Stefani.
Loved it. But all these people had a time and they had a space. You know what I mean?
They were all individuals.
They were. Looking ahead, what's next for you after I Wrote a Rap? What can fans expect? Visuals? Any live performances?
My next show is actually in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
November 15th. I got to go down there for that.
Okay.
Boom. I'm going to try to throw something together to end the year.
Okay.
Grab a couple of homies. I'm going to throw a show.
Okay.
Or just have like a collection group or throw like a party or something to celebrate.
You got to keep me posted.
For sure.
Whatever you do, anything local, I will totally support. I will be there. I want to see all of these songs live, okay?
Listen, you're giving me an interview that you were eager to do.
And I hope this is not the last.
Absolutely not.
We got to do it long. We're going to do it longer when we're going to do justice.
Yeah, we're super locked in.
We're going to be locked in now.
No worries about anything else that you want from me in the future.
And I appreciate that. A couple more questions, okay? Being the simp rap advocate that you are, will we ever get another mixtape similar to I Wrote a Letter? Because I listened to that after I wrote a rap, and that just gave me a whole different perspective as to who you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's my lane. I like remixes. I like R&B songs.
I feel like your emotion really came through too, and I'm like, oh, I get it. He's a real lover boy.
The wild part about it, most of it is they're just Instagram freestyles that I randomly put up,
and it's dope.
Just was like, okay, let's go put this on Hard Wax and just make it a body of work so people can like actually listen to me.
I like that.
And then so whatever, like, I mean, you might get I Wrote You Another Letter. You might get a LL Cool Ray mixtape because that's
I'm gonna look out for that.
That I'm in.
I'm gonna look out for that. How do you see your sound evolving over the next couple of years?
I don't know. Just be where my feet at.
Be where your feet at.
Yeah, be where my feet are. You never swim against the tide. Whatever the flow.
That's true, actually. You got to go with it. You never know where it's gonna take you.
You know what I'm saying? So you never know who it's gonna lead into. Meeting Ruben Vincent that had me meet Knife Wonder and Young Guru.
And you sought a lot of that out. A lot of that is your own grit, your own work ethic.
Yeah, you know I put myself around like-minded people and people that I want to work with and that I genuinely listen to.
Yeah.
So with me doing that,
I can tell.
I just kind of.
I can tell.
Hey, now people just believe they believe in my delusion. So they don't really say, how are you going to do that no more? They just say,
say, when. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how it starts. If you don't believe in yourself, you can't expect anybody else.
Oh, yeah. I'm great with living in my own delusion. I think I just tweeted that, I don't know how, but I'm going to figure out a way to get a Wale verse next year.
You will. You will.
But it's in the air now.
But it's manifestation too.
Yeah. I say it out loud.
Just like you manifested the West Side Boogie. Like, it's like hearing that story, how you did that. Even when you said, I used to tell my friends that was my homie.
Yeah, that's my dog.
But that's literally speaking things into existence.
Deontay Hitchcock.
Exactly.
All of these people are the people that I listen to in my dorm room.
Then
when I get a chance to meet them in person,
then
I'll 100% going to tell them. I tell people all the time, fan out. Like, if you have 2 minutes to fan out.
I like that you're not above it. Even when you say, I'm not above buying a meet and greet to tell an artist how tight he is. You know how many rappers would not say that? But that's what's gotten you all the features on this album with your favorite artists.
Because they're human at the end of the day.
Exactly.
I'm not bigger than a program.
There you go.
And as an artist now, it's weird hearing words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's fair.
Because playing ball, you feel me? You kind of fight really hard for a good job from a coach. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's my job.
That's true.
So
I think the humility with your determination in combination is going to take you very far.
Yeah. So me getting those features or just trying to talk to those artists, if I just can get a 2-minute span,
sometimes that's all you need.
To tell them, just to be memorable. Like, just be something that's marked that in wherever area that I'm in, that I meet them.
Okay.
They'll remember that moment.
Yeah. It seems like that's been working out extremely well for you too.
Yes, it's doing great.
Last question. What's one word that you would use to describe where you're at right now in your artistic journey?
one word to describe where I'm at in this artistic journey.
It can be more than one word. If that's too oversimplifying yeah.
Find a one word. The word would be quest.
I like it.
We're on a quest.
We are.
Where's the destination? I don't really know. But we're just.
But you're on it.
We're in the middle.
And you're open and you're available.
Yeah, we're in the middle of what's happening.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think I have a sound. I don't necessarily think I have a lane. I like to explore everything. Like I just had a piano song drop this year, and I didn't think that I would be rapping over something like that, but it was presented to me.
Yeah, and you
I
took
could
the
tackle it.
opportunity. Yeah.
Boom.
Saying yes is going to take you a lot further.
But also saying no takes you a lot too. So everything's about intentionality. If I feel like it lines up, if I like the artist enough to know words to their songs, easy.
Then you good. It's good money.
Easy. And if people come to me, and me having bigger artist features, somebody just asked me this question, but like on Instagram, people having bigger artist features, you take the product to the artist rather than making them fit to you. So if people come to me with the blueprint and all I have to do is just walk the line, easy, and it makes it more, it's a genuine
That's
thing
true.
to be. For me, it's about feeling. So somebody that genuinely listened to my album and can tell me what they like off the album and we've never met before, easy. Yes, you can have whatever you want.
That's true.
Rather than somebody who just like has the platform and just like, nah, I want to get you on here.
Just because, and you have no investment. Yeah.
It's like, nah, are you a good person?
Yeah.
If you're not a good person, then you know what I'm saying? Like,
I can appreciate that. Everything is in alignment, nothing without intention.
if it doesn't feel greedy, you know, it has to, like I said, it has to be genuine, it has to be intentional, it has to not be greedy. Like you can't want anything in return.
I appreciate that. Well, I do appreciate your time. I hope we have another conversation.
You can have as many conversations as you want.
I got your number now, and I got your DM. So thank you so much. I really appreciate this, and I hope after people watch this, more people go listen to I Wrote a Rap.
This is
because
my first.
I love the album.
This is my first after post rapper interview. So this is a staple in my career in itself. So I'm grateful for being here. Thank you for listening to the album. Thank you for spreading it to the room.
Of course, I got your back.
Yeah, you know. And now I got yours, and we cool, and
we locked in.
Whoever you need. You feel me? I'll make sure to spread them to you.
Listen, I will infiltrate your network. Do not
it's
worry
about
about
who
that.
You know.
Yes, Sharon, and we locked in now, so it's all good. Okay, I appreciate you.
Good.
Really do love the album. Like we literally listened to it the whole way over. Like put it on for her. Like soon as I heard the day I DM'd you, we were on our walk. Like we'll do our daily walks with our son. I played it. She was like, "Yeah, I like this." I'm like,
question.
Yeah.
How did you even hear about it?
Didn't like I really just listen to music. Like if something is coming out, I get on my platform. I'm like, okay, let me listen to it. Like I wasn't at the time. I wasn't.
Found
yeah,
it.
At the time I wasn't following you at all.
That's tight.
I'm going through like new release. I'm always looking for new releases. That's how big of a music head I am. Could be any day of the week. I log in to Spotify, whatever. I'm looking immediately for new releases in hip hop and R&B. It came up. Tight. It came up. I think it was like what October 22nd.
Yeah.
It came up. I'm like, it's a black man. And I always like look at the description, and then this description it said PG County.
For sure.
I'm like, I'm a transplant, but I got pride in being a PG County transplant. I'm not a native, but that's important to me. Yeah, my wife is from here. Like my son's. I'm like, no. I said PG County. I said I'm gonna listen to it.
For sure.
I started listening. I said, oh. I saw the features. I saw Alex Bond. I said, oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I was like, nah, I like it, and it's genuinely a really good project. Super layered, super transparent. I feel like artists don't think about leaving an imprint and adding value with their music as much anymore on the fans. I feel like you have a message in the album where I'm like, I got to know you, but I feel like value was added just in the sonic space listening.
And then knowing me now, when you listen to the album
now
again,
adding
it's going to be a totally different experience. And that's what I wanted to be for everybody. I'm an easy person to come holler at.
Yeah.
And if you ask a question about any songs on there, the reason why the album dropped on the 22nd is the same reason I dropped Fall. So Fall is 4 years to the day. And then the day I Wrote a Rap dropped on year 8 of my best friend's death day.
Of the day, okay.
So When I'm Gone is actually, it sounds like or feels like an updated version of Fall. And that also can do is my other best friend. So we were all three, you feel me? That was like my third,
That's special. That is special.
Intentionality.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I know you're a really good person, I can tell. We are definitely going to stay locked in. I'm going to support you in everything you got going on.
We're good.
Appreciate you.
For sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in to the Urban Music Enthusiast Podcast. Every interview you hear also drops on YouTube, so make sure to subscribe, share, and keep the conversation alive. This platform is about more than entertainment. It's about celebrating creativity, impact, and the culture that connects us all. Until next time, I'm B. Sims, and this has been another episode of the Urban Music Enthusiast Podcast, where urban stories find their voice, and we celebrate music, film, and the artists driving the culture. Make sure to stay tapped in.